What's up, guys? I just, I don't know if I would say worked, but focused on the business for, I don't know, I ate lunch. I only ate one meal actually, so I woke up at 8 and it's 9:30 now. I probably took an hour to eat. And I walked for probably half an hour, 40 minutes total. It's 2 hours, I would say, conservatively. Okay. I can't even do any math right now. 11 and a half hours, I think, which is nice because I sleep a lot. Wish I could work more, but I sleep a lot. Been sleeping a lot. I feel like I keep saying that, but like, I don't wake up with an alarm anymore, and so I sleep for. So sleep happens in ultradian rhythms, and those are basically 90-minute cycles. If you heard of circadian rhythm, that's a daily cycle, and ultradian means less than a day. So we have like 90-minute cycles during wakefulness and sleep, and so we sleep in these about 90 minutes. Like it can be 70 to 110 depending on the person in the day. But anyway, I don't say that stuff to just throw out a bunch of jargon. I say it because I've just like added an ultradian rhythm to my sleep in the past like month or something. I don't know when it started, but I used to wake up at like 7-ish, 7:15, and nowadays I wake up at like 8 or 9, and I go to bed at the same time. So I think it coincides with, well, see, I got bad data because I started walking in the morning and at sunset and lifting weights very close together, probably within the same week. So that's bad data. I still have not gotten to a good wind down routine. I end up literally just doing 5 minutes of breath work every night. That's like, I keep saying I'm gonna make it 10 minutes tonight, 15, 20-minute night, and I just keep doing it's whatever. I'm not optimizing for it right now. I'm focusing on my weightlifting, and that's what I've been optimizing for. And I've been wanting to show my weightlifting program. I just have been kind of lazy. So let me show you. It's not going to look like much, but I'll tell you, my back is sore today, and I did rows on a row machine like that yesterday because I went to Vasa, a gym. I signed up for a gym membership because I realized my bench at my apartment has like metal bars on the side to hold up the like bench press bar. So then I can't do like dumbbell rows because there's metal bars where my arms are supposed to be. So I'm like, if I want to do rows, then I'm gonna have to go to the gym. And so I did because ChatGPT is telling me rows are very good for your, I think, back depth, I would say, like the thickness of your back, not the width. I think pull-ups are more about width, but rows are more about like the depth, the thickness of your back, which I've never really done, and I always did wrong. I'll tell you that. We had a row, like a seated row machine at my high school gym, and I always put on like way too much weight I had like underdeveloped back, and so I was like, I can't feel it. Like, why is it? I don't like this movement. I can't feel it. But now I know, after years of on and off lifting and learning more, if you can't feel it, if I can't feel it, it's a sign I probably need to drop the weight, because then I can like actually use the muscles I'm supposed to be using and not overcompensate by like thrusting my whole body to like try to move the weight. Like literally I did 0 plates, 0 like weights on the chest row machine yesterday. So it was 12 pounds, and my back is very sore. You know, also sore, my hamstrings are really sore because I did Romanian deadlifts, and it feels really good. I feel like light when I'm walking, so that's an awesome sign. Anyway, here's my program right now. So here are the muscle groups. Very rudimentary. Like, it definitely can go at higher resolution, but I said this is where I'll start. And so here's the target weekly sets that I want to hit divided by 2 or 3 sessions. So I want to get to 12 to 15 reps of chest per week, or sets, I mean, of chest per week, divided by 2 or 3 sessions. So like 3 sessions of chest per week, each one doing 4 to 5 sets. So that would be breaking it down. And so I've started out with, I've been tracking everything. I'm tracking the movements I'm doing, plus what muscles they're directly hitting. And then I'm logging which muscle groups I'm hitting. And I'm using ChatGPT a lot to help me choose my next optimal, like the most optimal next movement. So what I started with was bodyweight squats, pull-ups, and Romanian deadlifts, and then incline bench, lateral raises, and overhead press. So those were the first 6 movements I did, and I'm literally doing 1 set per week. You know, most people go in and start with like 5 sets or 4 sets or 3 sets, 6 sets, 8 sets. I'm literally doing 1 set, and I'm seeing how this works. But like I said, it's a really good sign when my back and my hamstrings are sore. And I did 12 reps of chest row. I mean, it's not even chest rows. It's like just rows. 12 reps. 12 reps at 12 pounds, and that's enough to get the back sore. I did just the bar for Romanian deadlifts, and that's enough to get me sore. I also did lateral raises yesterday and incline bench. But yeah, the idea is this is week 1. I hit chest 1 time, I hit the shoulders 3 times, hit back once, hit quads once, hamstrings once, glutes twice. And from there I was like, all right, I'm gonna increase about 10% per week. Now I'm kind of just like, it's rough, we'll say that. But I increased by half of shoulders next week, half a set of shoulders. Then the next week I increased by a set of back. That's when I started doing chest rows, I believe. Or maybe not. I've written it down. So rear delt flies I added in week 2, and then week 3 I added basically chest supported dumbbell rows. Now they're just rows. Did I forget to add one this week? Oh, hanging leg raises. That's where the core came from this week. So it's slow, but I think it's optimized. And then on week 7, I'll deload, which means I'll have what I'm doing. And then week 8, I'll like increase that by like back to 75%. And then week 9, I'll be back to increasing. And I'll probably do this for 12 weeks. So by the end of 12 weeks, I'll be lifting twice a week and probably doing, I don't know. I'm hitting every major muscle group at least once, 1 set. Most science will tell you that's not enough. For me, it's like, I'm building the habit, I'm building the movements, I'm building the muscle memory or the mind-muscle connection, I'm building neurologically. You know, there's a lot of unseen growth when you're a noob, and you can just do stuff like this and build up really slowly and milk every gain, right? The amount of time and effort I'm putting into the results I'm getting, I want to maximize that. And if you want to maximize that, it typically means do less, but more optimized. In contrast, like business right now is the complete opposite of that. I'm trying to get the most out of what I'm doing, but I'm also like maxing out the time I'm putting in. Like I said, like 11 hours today. And I'll tell you what, I woke up and I was like, in my book, I heard like, you know, a good thing for sales reps to do is to write down 3 goals for the day and just attack those, 3 to 5. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what to do. I'll tell you what, I don't know what to do. Literally my only goal for this morning was like figure out what to do. That's what it was. And it took me about 8 hours probably to actually start figuring out what to do, which is awesome now because now I've got stuff to do tomorrow. But that included talking with an hour to my business partner, Logan, talking for an hour and a half to my client, which is my dad. So 2.5 hours of just brainstorming, watching YouTube videos. I watched like a Dave Ramsey, Alex Hormozy podcast and Alex Hormozy video. I watched some reviews on Charlie Morgan's Easy Grow program, his client acquisition info product, and started reading $100 million leads. And I read 175 pages today, nearly. And that's listening to the audiobook and kind of following along. Just to be transparent, I didn't read it like sub-vocalizing that much. But yeah, eventually I figured it out, or figured out some business is, in the beginning, is a weird thing. I'll tell you that. It's a roller coaster at the beginning where it's like, oh yeah, we got this figured out, and then literally an hour later being like, oh man, I've got no idea what to do. I'm getting overwhelmed. I'm feeling stressed. And then like you figure some stuff out, and then you're like, oh, I knew I had this figured out. Like I knew I had this. And then 2 hours later, dude, what the hell? Like I don't know if I can do this. Like that's the roller coaster of business at the beginning. And now I know that's just what it is, because last time like I didn't know what to expect and I started feeling like this, and it was like, oh my gosh, maybe this isn't what I should be doing. Like this is too much. Like I could be using this effort for something else. But literally, I don't know what happened, but a couple days ago, I just like finally felt like, oh my gosh, like this is what I should be doing. I finally feel good about it. Like now I'm like proud of it. I'm happy of it. I'm happy on this path. And it's like so much more effort to change what I'm doing now than to keep like working on this business, which is a great place to be in. After so much doubt, and the doubt comes all the time, I'll tell you that. Like it's like, well, maybe I should be doing music, but then I'm like, dude, I tried to go all in on music like I'm going all in on business, and you run into the same problems. No matter what you do, you run into the same problems. You run into doubt, you run into burnout, you run into stress, you run into overwhelm. Like that's just the cost of trying to be the best and to excel at an extremely high level and to be like an outlier. That's just the cost of it. And it's going to happen no matter what I do. If I go to school and try to do AI, if I go and do music, if I do this business, it's all the same difficulties, right? And you think the grass is always greener. Like you think it's good. Oh, but this is better over here. I've done it. I've done the path. Like I've done the path. 2 years ago, it was this. I was all in on business, all in on social media marketing, all in on marketing, all in on entrepreneurship. And then I doubted it, and then I went back to school. Actually, before that, I was like kind of all in on music. I kind of destroyed my forearm. It hurt too much. And then I went back to school and went all in on school. And then I say, okay, school. Then winter break comes, I'm like, all right, I've been building all these systems. Like now I'll just go on all in music. Like this is what I want to do. Then I burned out of that and went back to school, and now I'm back to business. And this time it's like I finally feel like some clarity. I mean, I've learned so much in the cycles and everything of all the pushing of like, okay, if I'm pushing too hard, let's just take a breath. Let's chill out. Like frantic energy is not always the best energy for working. Like maybe it's better to be calm. Let's just calm myself down. I've built that self-regulation where I can like take a breath and be like, okay, I'm chilling now. Let me think about this clearly. I'm being emotional right now. Let me like step away mentally or physically or both, and let me make a better decision later. And I think having a business partner and my client, my dad, like that's what has grounded me, and I'm very grateful for that, because if I was just out on my own, dude, I would just be like, I wouldn't have got to this place where I was able to put step in front of the other and in front of the other in front of the, like the practicality. It's so much easier to move practically as someone who's like thinks a lot abstract, very big picture, trends, non-concrete thinking and planning and stuff. That's just all out there in space and needs grounding. And like a real business where other people are around me, like these people rely on me, I rely on these people, like we know we're all on the same page, there's clear communication. That's what can like just ground that like abstract energy. So anyway, I figured out some stuff to do. I started working on some ads. Yeah, I think the next thing to do is just start running more ads, start scaling ads, start testing more things. I would love to just test. Imagine testing, like, you start with the offer. That's the biggest needle mover. You got a shitty offer, like a product that no one wants. Okay, what if we changed it and made the product better, that things people want? All right, let's test 10 different offers. Let's give it a ton of ad spend. Let's give it $250 a day. And then let's kill after a week or two. Let's kill 9 of them. Let's keep the one that worked. And then let's take that one that worked or that was best performing, and let's make 10 different lead magnets based on that one killer offer. $250, 2 weeks, kill 9 the ads. Now we have a killer offer that's battled against 9 other offers, and a killer offer that's beat off of or won in a competition of 10 offers. So we got a great combo, insane combo, a level of like clarity for a local business. No local businesses do this level of experimentation effort. If you do, you become like top dog in your local niche because it's so much less competitive. Like, this is what would get you to the top in like a national thing, a national competition, not just a little local competition. So then you do, okay, let's take the killer lead magnet with a killer offer. Now let's test 10 different hooks, 10 different video types, 10 different ad types. Repeat, rinse and repeat. 10 different call to actions, 10 different landing pages, 10 different forms, 10 different copies, 10 different headlines, 10 different descriptions. Like, you just keep doing this over like a 3 to 6 month period. And by the end, you have like a handful of ads that are just unbelievably good, like about as good as they can get. Like, it's more and more fun now. I'm finally feeling like I can see the space a little bit better that I'm working in, the digital marketing space and digital entrepreneur space. And that's a great feeling that I'm not like in the complete darkness. And I feel like if I execute on these type of experiment plans, like I'm describing, which I've already been doing, but just doubling down and being like, because I was overwhelmed this morning because I didn't know what to do. Why didn't I know what to do? Because I had so many options of things I could do. I could work on Google ads, which I've been working on. I could work on more Facebook ads, which we already have a test running. And on my current testing, Facebook testing, I'm losing words. I've been sitting at this desk too long today. My current testing strategy or like framework only allows for like a test every 2 weeks. We can keep that, but test more. So I already had the ads running. They haven't even just about to run for a week. So it's like, do I need to make another ad? Is it just wasting time? Do I work on something else? Like, there's a lot of other things to work on. Website, I could start learning SEO. I could educate myself on any of the above. I could read the $100 million leads book. I can go back to the offers book. I can do a lot of things. I can build different systems. It gets overwhelming quick when you don't know exactly what you're doing. So I had to talk to my partner. I had to talk to my client. We got to figure out, okay, what does the client value the most? Let's do that thing. Like, let's just serve the client as good as we can. That's how I think you make the best businesses. I don't know how else to do it than just to be like, there's a lot of good businesses that are like Steve Jobs and Apple, for example. Like, the client doesn't even know what they want, but they'll know when I show it to them. This business is kind of like that, but not so much. It's more like, let's just give the client what they want. Do they want more leads? They want business growth? Probably, but maybe they want more qualified leads. Maybe they want XYZ, help with this thing, help with that thing. Maybe they have a problem here. But now you take it to another level and you do all these tests for the ads. Okay, now we got killer ads. Now let's do the same thing for sales processes in the office or in the business. Let's do let's test out 10 different scripts. Now that's much harder because you have like so many leads coming in. That one's much more difficult. Now I haven't thought through that one. Testing marketing is easy because you give Facebook $250 a day and it'll show it to 100,000 people in like a week or two. But if you're doing 10 different sales scripts, now if you only have one sales agent, it's like that person gets overwhelmed fast. They're like, oh, what? I'm constantly switching through scripts. That one you might have to test slower. It'd be nice if you had a sales team and you could have different salespeople doing different scripts. But at the same time, yeah, you just need to have one script. Maybe you just get the basic outline of industry best standards or just like best standards for sales script. You think through it, and then you just slowly test that thing. That one might be a slower test. But you need some system. You need some system, and you need to track. That's like the essence of marketing I'm finding, and sales is you need a system that's reliable. You need to track the data on the systems so you know what's working, you know what's not working, and then you need to test and you need to experiment. And when you experiment and you collect the data, then you can see, did it work, did it not work? If you're not tracking data in your marketing, it's like, hope you're not doing paid advertising, because you could just be throwing money away. It's a casino. I mean, if you're doing free outreach, if you're just texting your contacts, well, that's all right. That's not bad. You're not losing too much, but I think more data, more valuable data, it's crucial for scaling. It's crucial for growing a business. I read this interesting thing in $100 million leads today. And that's where I'm going to end the video after this, because I've already talked for 22 minutes, and now this is how I always end up finding a way not to do a nighttime routine or a wind down routine. But yeah, Facebook reviewed accounts of all advertisers on their platform. They found something curious. The top 0.1% of advertisers, right? You're talking 1 in 1,000 advertisers. The best of the best test 11 times more creative than everyone else. Oftentimes it's not that you can't scale an ad profitably. You can't scale a mediocre ad profitably. And the only way to find the exceptional ads is to make 11 times more of them. Success leaves clues. Do what the 0.1% do to get what the 0.1% get. Seems very simple. You just test a bunch of stuff and you need to collect good data. But like 0.1% and it's only 11 times more. What I was just describing is like orders of magnitudes more than that. It's like 10 tests at a time every 2 weeks, and you do like 12 tests. That's testing the offer almost 11 times more. That's testing the lead magnet almost 11 times more. That's testing the hook 11 times more. That's testing the creative type 11 times more. That's testing everything 11 times more. And there's like 11 things. So that would get you what? In a local market with minimal competition, that would make you like the best ever. So that's cool. And another way I got less overwhelmed today is like, okay, these are all channels of marketing, right? We don't need to have 20 channels of marketing. We just need leads. So why don't we just focus on a channel of marketing right now? Facebook advertising, paid ads through Facebook, and let's get really good at that until we see the data is like things aren't changing that much. All right, we're good here. We've maxed out like our potential, or we've gotten close to, diminishing returns. Let's try a new channel. Google ads, website, organic content, YouTube, social media posts, right? Blogs, cold call, lead scraping, cold email, warm outreach, and database reactivation, and all these other things. There's like so many channels of marketing. It's not about just doing a little bit of each. It's like we just need to get what the point of marketing? It's get more people in the door. It's get people to buy. So, all right, really long video today. If you made it this far and you're not subscribed to the channel, then go ahead and subscribe. It'd mean a lot to me. And I'll catch you guys later.